Good day, grade 12. This is a sample of the video lecture. Actually, ito yung sample of your performance task about the video lectures based on the given topics. So I'll be discussing the first topic for the fourth quarter. That is actually this is the second of the topic, no, about the MIL. First is the concept. Tagal na nun. And the second one is the traditional to new media. So we will be catching up those topics in the MIL. So this is actually the second topic for the MIL subject. Okay? So I'll be showing you three parts of the presentation. One is the motivation or the warm-up activity. Then we have the proper discussion, the lecture, and the third one will be the assessment. Okay? So the topic is the traditional to new media or the information technology, information age. So for our lecture number 4, um, we will be tackling the one is the evolution of media in the prehistoric age. Second, the industrial age. 3 is the electronic age, and the 4 is the new age or the information age. Anyway, nasa na tayo dito ngayon? Lampas na, no? Actually, yung number 4, uh, that will be preceded with number 5 na. I don't know. I think it is a cyber space age 8, I think. No? Pero hindi pa siya nako-confirm at saka so far papunta na doon, ano? Papunta na doon yung age natin. Okay? So the discussion is based on the communication concept din. Okay? Let's review on the topic. Actually, ito yung communication process, no, or the communication concept in which there is a sender and the receiver, and they are using the tool or the media or the instrument to be able to transmit messages from one person to the other. Okay? So media that they use in transmitting messages or information is a channels or ways we use to transmit or communicate messages or called as the communication tools. Ang dami niyan, no? Radio, television, newspaper, magazine, internet. So these are all mass media kasi nga pangkalahatan na ito. Okay? So the question is, why is media so important? Media fulfills fulfilling several roles for learners. Number one, entertaining and providing an outlet for users' imagination. Number, number two, of course, we are doing this, educating and informing. As well, we are not just giving information, but actually taking information from the sender. Number three, serving as a public forum for the discussion of important issues. Just like in the news, just like in the magazine, it can be a place or a platform to be able to discuss something about issues. Number four, it is actually acted as a watchdog, no, for government, business, and other institutions. Okay? So very important yan. And there are several things that the media is so important for the society. Ang dami pa. Next, let's have a warm-up exercise. Actually, this is a supposed to be a warm-up exercise, pero tingnan natin yung ano, no? Yung process nito, no? You're seeing the gibberish. The gibberish is a random letter or words na as you read it, it will come up with a correct pronunciation of the term and the correct word of it. So you have to guess the gibberish being shown in the following numbers. Okay? Like this. Sai, birball, lying. What's the word? Anyone? Actually, correct, no? Cyberbullying. Tingnan natin ulit. Cyberbullying. So, termed as a cyberbullying, it refers to the use of information technology to harm or to harass other people in a deliberate, repeated, and hostile manner, which actually has an impact on emotional issues of the person kapag nasa cyberbullying siya. Okay? Basta an intention to harm or to harass, that is cyberbullying. Sir, nagjo-joke lang kami. No. Kapag talagang meron siyang no, na-feel niya a discomfort or a disappointment on his side, on his on the person, na cyberbully siya. Take note, cyberbullying only in the internet, in the computer, cellphone, ayan na, cyberbullying ang tawag siya. Pero when you do actually face-to-face bullying, hindi yan cyberbullying. Okay? Anyway, that's the basic. Next is, hindi ko na, the exact word is internet addiction, internet addiction. Actually giving you an example, what kind of example of warm-up activity that you'll be using in your performance task. Like this, pwede rin pa-quiz, pwede rin pa kahoot.com, ayan. Yan ang mga gagawin niyo sa mga warm-up activities. Right now, I'm doing this, pero hindi ko masyado na manipulate yung appearance of the text. Dapat nauuna yung yung dilaw tapos the definition of the term. Anyway, internet addiction, it refers to an excessive, addict nga or poorly controlled preoccupations, urges, or behaviors regarding computer use and internet access that lead to impairment or distress. No? What do you mean by impairment? No? Kapag alisan kita ng cellphone, no? Isang oras lang, hindi ka na mapakali. Oh. Merong magkakaroon ng impairment yan sometimes in a state of distress. Kahit yung mga bata, yung alisan mo ng iga-ground mo siya kasi salbahe, alisan mo ng magwawala yun. Iba na yung buhay, no? Kasi nga, nandoon na, sa state of addiction. Not only internet addiction, but also gadget addiction and other things. Next is the netiquette. Netiquette. Okay? Or the internet etiquette. Etiquette is the action or the act of doing right things. No? Etiquette refers to a set of rules that governs what conduct is socially acceptable in an online or digital situation. Like in this online, pag nag-online class, there are rules, no? There are etiquettes. Yun ang tinatawag na netiquette. Okay? So it is a social code of network communication. Okay, gets? Next is the digital divide. Dig et al. Divide. It refers to the gap between groups broadly construed in terms of access to, use of, or knowledge skills, and even attitude, information, communication technologies. May gap, no? Between the digital users or the internet users from those who are not, no? Yung sa province, medyo unfortunate sila sa mga access sa technology. Sa Manila naman ay kung todo yung ating gamit ng technology. So ang layo nung yung divide nun, no? Yung pagkakahati ng grupo called as the digital divide. So ano implication nun kung mayroong digital divide? So hindi sabay, no? Hindi sabay na umuunlad yung tao o yung the knowledge in educating them through information, digital technology, ang layo-layo ng iba. Kaya minsan hindi nakakasabay. Yan ang tinatawag na digital divide. Okay? Next, paborito nyo to. Plagiarism. Plagiarism. It is act of taking another person's ideas, writings, inventions, and similar intellectual product as one's own without ninakaw mo lang, no? Without knowledge, without consent, without permission, or without accreditation. Kinuha mo lang yung idea niya. That is plagiarism. Pag nagsabi na assignment, kopya-kopya, kinopya lang, copy-paste, plagiarism yun. Hindi ko lang pinapansin kasi I have to keep, keep on wala, just to let go. And then continuously reminding the learners that you're doing a plagiarism act. Pag sa professional na to, hindi mo na pwedeng gagawin ito, no? Okay? Plagiarism. Nanggaya ka, kinuha mo na walang paalam. Plagiarism. Okay? For the proper topic natin, the topic is evolution of media. As I've told you, there are 4 ages: prehistoric, industrial, electronic, and the 4 is the new age, or called as the information age. So we will tackle each one of those age and actually giving you and showing you some pictures. Remember, yung instruction ko, walang masyadong text doon sa presentation. Puro picture lang. No? Makikita nyo dito sa discussion. Okay? Prehistoric age. Remember, I gave you an example about the smoke signal. This is a prehistoric, no? Hindi naman prehistoric ito, but this is an old civilization technology used in communication. Smoke signal. And people who are using this smoke signal, basically, they are the Indians. Yan ang kanilang technology. Okay? Yung sa gubat, pumipito, oh, ganon. Ayan, technology yan, ano? Yung kanilang communications. Okay? Same thing, smoke signal use, hindi ito Indian pero ginagamit ito na ibig sabihin yan ay na-reach niya yung top of the mountain or top of the, okay? Sa mga military, no, ginagamit din yung mga smoke signal. So it gives actually something, a knowledge or information to transmit into another person. Another it is not actually prehistoric, but this is an old civilization, an old uh, forms of communication is the Morse code, no? So kapag A siya, dit, dot, dit, dot, dit. So pag B, dit, dot, dot, dot. So pinipindot yan, dit, dot, dit, dot. Oh, that is a Morse code. Okay? Saan ginagamit yan? Ba't may ganun? Actually, ginagamit yan sa military din, no? In sending messages. Okay? So mahabang dit, dot, dit, dot yan. Kailangan, nababasa nila yan. Sir, bakit walang telepono? Eh kasi nga yung signal, di ba? At saka minsan nai-intercept yung mga ganong klaseng communications. In military, in spy, etc. Ayan. Morse code. Pagkakatok ka sa pinto, no? O, Morse code gamitin mo. Dit that, no? Anyway, okay. First age is the prehistoric age. No? Before that is before 1700s. So beyond 1700s, called as the prehistoric age. That's why the Indians, the Morse code, etc. So saan nakikita yung mga technology nila? Binanggit ko na ito, no? Somewhat in cave paintings. Cave paintings. Cave paintings, ito yung kanilang journal. Ito yung kanilang daily basis of how they are doing, what are they doing, at saka ano yung kanilang accomplishments. So in the drawing, in the cave paintings, meron silang, nanguhuli sila ng mga hayop, ayan, nakalista yan, nakadrawing siya. That's why the modern science, nakuha nila, no, na ano yung ginagawa ng mga old people, no? Yung old history people na ano yung kanilang undertakings? Ayan, nabasa. Cave paintings. Next is the pictographs. This is an used in the old Egyptian, ano? Specifically nakikita ito sa mga no, sa Egypt o doon sa mga Egypt. O yan, pictographs. May interpretations yan at siyempre ang nakakakilala lang yan, nakakaalam lang yan ay yung mga nakapag-aral ng ganitong klaseng symbols. Okay, next is the petroglyphs. Petroglyphs is yung malalaki, no? Sometimes in a mountain, no? Nakasulat ito sa mountain. Nakakita na ba kayo ng nung yung sa damuhan, sa fields na merong interpreted as the land, nagland yung mga UFOs. Yan yung mga petroglyphs. Pero during the old civilization, nagaganap din yan, ano? Yan. Next is the papyrus in Egypt, no? Sila yung isa sa mga nagsimula ng papel So, ito yung kanilang ginagamit. Naging notebook nila ito at na-preserve, ayan, nagkaroon ng communications kung ano yung ginagawa nila dati. 2500 BC. Next is the clay tablets in Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is in the Middle East, no, country. 2400 BC, ayan. Clay, tapos inuukit, tapos natutuyo. Okay, parang yun sa Ten Commandments ni Moses, parang ganun siya. Tablets ang tawag doon. Clay tablets. It actually serves as documents or ayan, records of documents. Next is the Acta Diurna in Rome. Ginamit ito noong 130 BC sa Roma, Italia. Ayan. Um, kapag magbababa ng yung hari, yung leader ng kautusan or law, nakasulat diyan sa Acta Diurna. Kaya nga acta is act or law. So binababayan sa tao at binabasa nung tagabasa doon sa Diyos. So diyan sinusulat. Next is the Codex in Mayan region. Okay, Mayan. Mayan, malapit ito doon sa place ng Mexico. Ayan, actually Mexico, no? Colored na yung kanilang mga codex, no, yung kanilang mga writings. So ang dami diyan. Diyan din it serves as a documents, artifacts in timeline of histories, whatever they are doing, whatever accomplishment they have. Ayan, nakasulat lahat diyan. Okay? That's why modern science, they tend to interpret those things. Tapos, ayan, nilalagay nila sa historical books. Dibao in China, no? Isa rin sa mga gumawa ng papel ay yung mga Chinese people. Na? Ang tawag dyan ay Dibao in China. Aside from papyrus in Egypt, meron ding gumawa na rin ng papel ang China in the old civilization of China. Tapos they do this. Even the characters that they are using, ano, very ano siya, ano, very ang galing, ano, ayan. Next is the printing press using wood blocks. Puro kahoy, inuukit yung mga ano tapos nilalagyan ng tinta, ibinabakat sa papel. Ano nangyari? O, naging book, naging notebook, kinumpile, naging book. Galing, no? So, yung A, yung B, o yung letters mismo ay nakaukit na tapos kinokopya na lang. This is actually printing in mass production. So, tatak lang ng tatak doon sa papel. Nagiging notebook, nagiging although hindi naman ito ano no in the old civilization but I would like to ano no share this to you that Filipino, specifically the Mangyan people, gumagamit sila ng ganitong klaseng technology no, na inilalagay nila sa kawayan, sa dahon, sa bato, yung mga batas, yung kanilang mga documents, etc. Actually, yung dumating mga Spaniards, pinatapon ito at pinasulog itong ganitong klaseng artifacts. And we are actually fortunate for because of the Mangyan people, tinago nila ito, no? Na-preserve yung ganitong klaseng ano. Makikita yung mga ganitong klaseng document in bamboo stock nasa National Museum. Okay? Industrial age, no? The second of the age, no? On the development or the evolution of media. Ano ito? So, it is 1700s up to 1930. So, ano ito? Sidecar ba to? Ano ba to? Actually, printing press yan, no? For mass productions. Okay? Actually, ang daming machines during the industrial period, industrial age. Pero focusing on communications, na-develop itong mga printing press for mass production, no? Ano yung ginagawa nila rito? Dyaryo, art journals, saka yung mga documents, ayan, pwede nilang paulit-ulit na napiprint siya. Okay? Lumaganap yung information. Newspaper production as well. Lalaking makina na. No? That's why industrial age. No? The nagkaroon ng mga machines, the inventions of machines. Next is the typewriter. O, sino meron nito? Nakakita na nito. Okay? Meron kami dito dati, no? Nawala na. Typewriter. O, tinitik-tak-tik-tak lang siya. Next is the telegraph. Ayan. Yung, ano rin yan, yung tik-tak-tik-tak din siya. Tapos, tinitingnan kung ano yung messages na. Actually, it leads to the invention of the telephone. Like Alexander Graham Bell. Ayan na. Yung communication ay mabilis na, no? Hindi na dyaryo, hindi na ano. Through wires na because of the telephone in the 1876. Next is the motion picture, pelikula. Basically, walang sounds ito muna, no? Talagang pag sinabing motion picture, moving pictures. So, picture 1 hanggang picture 100, oh, isinasalang doon sa camera, umaandar, so gumagalaw siya, no? Yan yung tinatawag na motion picture. Alam ba, picture 1, nakaganyan, nakataas lang yan. Nakaganyan lang yung kamay. Picture 2, ganyan. Picture 3, ganyan. So, pag niran mo siya, parang gumagalaw siya. No? Kaya dapat, ano yan eh, makapal na films na ginagamit. And, ano siya, wala siyang sound. Pero nagkaroon ng sound with the first film with the sound in 1894. No, habang nagpipilm, nagsa-sounds. Okay, so nade-develop na. Punch card. No? Punch card 1890 to 1930 as well. Sir, ano yung parang sa bus? Yes. Ganun ang punch card, no? Ano yung purpose dun sa bus? Ilan yung sumakay at magkano? So that is that's the use of the punch card, no? Yung computations ng sales. Okay? Sales basta counting punch cards. Ito na, number 3, 1930 to 1980 electronic age. Nandito na ba tayo? Actually, lampas na natin to, no? 1980. So, electronics age, so electronics, no? And it actually has an impact and effect on the communication. Now, it actually, from the beginning on the invention of transistors, ayan na, nagkaroon na ng radio, transistor radio. So, napapakinggan na at gumagamit na sila ng mga airwaves dito. Okay? Ayan na siya. Ano nga pala yung transistor? Wow, buksan yung, ayun o, buksan niyo yung ano nyo, gadget o ano man dyan. Sometimes wala nang transistors, ano? Maliliit na motherboards na makikita mo. Ayan siya. Tapos nagkaroon ng advancement of the transistor, paliit ng paliit hanggang sa, ayan, chips na lang siya. Okay? Ano kasunod ng radio? Of course, the invention of television in the mid-1940s. Meron pa kami ganyan TV dati. Ang lalaki ng tubo, ganyan, no? Pag nasira yung tubo, papalitan lang yung tubo. Yan ang pinaka-pyesa. Okay? Looking at the person, kilala niya kung sino yung person na yan? Kasi Walt Disney. Pangalan yun, Walt Disney. Siya yun. Okay? So, siya yung nag-introduce ng animation doon sa televisions. Okay? Color yan. Colorful animations in televisions. Next is the large electronic computers. Eto na, pumapasok na tayo sa computer. 1940s to 1950s. Actually, wala namang definite time kung ano yung kailan na-invento, kailan pasimula at kailan isinagawa yung mga computers. But ano na yan, parang parang sapin-sapin na yan. Nag-overlap yung mga timeline yan. Okay? So, large electronic computers. Sino bibili ng computer? Ngayon, meron ng laptop, hanggang paliit na paliit, di ba? Mamaya, as we go on, lumiliit yung mga computers. Ayan. ENIAC, ano yan, inventions na-enhance, no? Yung malalaking computers. So ito, mas malaking storage, mas mabilis, mas may purpose. Ayan. EDSAC, Electronic Delay Storage Automatic Calculator. I am not going to deal with this, the definition, the use. Sa computer one yan, ano? Pero as I wanted to show you or to explain to you what are the ENIAC, EDSA, ang titingnan lang natin dito is the evolution of the medium or the machine instruments. Okay? Ayan siya. Yung ENIAC and EDSAC, ito yung mga versions. No? Kumbaga, iPhone 11, tapos naging iPhone 12, 13, nagbabago siya. Nadadagdagan ng features. So ito yung mala aparador, ano? Ayan pa, oh. Yung Univac na, ano siya, meron lang siyang upuan, ano? Pumapasok na doon sa upuan at nakikita na doon sa kanilang monitors. Ayan pa, mainframe computer. Actually, sa ngayon may gumagamit pa niyan. No? Sino mga gumagamit niyan? Ga-aparador na ganyan. Siyempre, yung mga malalaking ano, no, yung mga malalaking companies. Dati yung sa bangko, no? Actually, meron pa yatang sa bangko na ganyan. No? Or in bigger industrial companies, they use mainframe computers. I don't know, no? Siguro maliit-liit na, hindi na ganyan kalalaking aparador na ano, computer. Siguro maliliit na rin. Anyway, ayan. Next is the personal computer. Eto na. Pag sinabing personal, wala na sa office, wala na sa school, wala na sa institution, kundi na sa bahay na ito. Kaya that's why it called as personal computer. Okay, ayan na. Sino nag sino nag ano unang nakapaglabas ng personal computer? Is it Apple? No. I think IBM or Apple as well, no? Ayan na, Hewlett-Packard pala ang unang nakapaglabas ng ganitong klaseng computers. Ah, parang resibo, do? Actually, yun naman yun. No? Ito na, the Apple One computer. So, ito na yun. Nagde-develop na yung computer na ano. Tapos, ayan, naging ano na, nag-intact na because of the boxes, etc., etc. Buong-buo yung keyboard, di ba? Oh, ayan. Next is in the communications, actually in schools, in presentations of, 'di ba? In lectures. Ito ginagamit pa namin 'to yung nung college, no? Nang manghihiram kami doon sa office. Ang laki nito, bubuhatin mo 'to, ng bigat nito, paglabasag mo 'to, babayaran mo 'to. So, aside from this overhead projector with the machine, merong ano dito, film basta merong film na transparent film. Doon pinapotocopy yung mga text tapos iniilawan tapos yan nagpo-project doon sa wall. Okay? Tapos yung mga projectors na develop din na enhanced, no? LCD projectors, DLP projectors. Gumagamit na tayo dito, di ba? Ngayon hindi na, no? Television na. Gumamit na tayo ng smart TV. And in the information age, the fourth age, no? The information age, in the mid-1900s to 2000s. There's no definite. Sir, bakit 2,000 lang? There's no definite kasi patuloy itong na-enhance. Okay, okay. At saka hindi na magiging information age as we go on with the development of media. No? Sabi ko kanina, after information age, ano na yan? Cyberspace at cyber work, mga ganun na siya. No? Matataas na yung understanding ng ano. So ano yung sa information age? No? Nagkaroon ng proliferation of the internet. Na-introduce ang internet, tapos ayan na. What is internet? It is a network of connections, no? Network of communications within, actually wala nang boundaries, no? Basta meron, naka-connected ka sa internet na ito, pwede na mag-usap. So parang gagamba, no? Yung sapot ng gagamba, magkaka-connect na lahat yan. Okay? Kaya pag nag-Google ka, kahit anong itanong mo, ayan, di ba? Masasagot kasi naka-connect na lahat siya. Another, with the introduction of the internet, na-introduce din yung mga web browser, no? Web browser became available. Yung mga HTTP, www, ayan na. Nakatulong na siya at napabilis. At ito ay pinapasok na doon sa ating mga personal computers, personal gadgets. Okay? 10 examples of web browsers: Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Safari. Sino na nakagamit ng mga ito? Right now, pinupost natin yung the use of Microsoft Edge. Ito yung mga luma, yung Opera, yan. Vivaldi, but pero kilala lang natin Google Chrome, no? Ayun lang yung pinakasikat, no? Pero alam nyo ba, ayan pa, oh, ang dami pa, oh. Types of web browsers and their purposes. Okay? Actually, in the different parts of regions in the world, iba-iba rin yung kanilang gamit, no? Based on the purpose. Kita mo sa Pilipinas, more on Google. Oh, sa Japan, sa ano. Sa Korea, Naver. Sa Japan, Naver, ganun. Sir, what are those? Those are the web browsers. Okay? Sa US, Google, ayan. Tapos, Yahoo. Oh, ayan. Naabutan ko pa yung Yahoo. Sikat na sikat din yan, parang Google. Next, oh, so ayan siya. Sa Russia, ayan, hindi ko na maintindihan yung kanilang mga web browsers. Kaya pag tinanong mo, you use Google? Ay, we're not using Google. Google. Next is the search engines. Ano yung mga search engines? So pag inano mo yung Google Chrome, yung sa search bar, ito yung Google search ang tawag doon. Yahoo search, Yandex, Naver, Bing, ayan siya. Ask.com, hindi nyo kilala pero nag-exist ito at na-develop ito. Actually, the best search engine of the 21st century, no? Based on the study and ano, Google, 92% na ginagamit sa internet ay Google. Bing, Yahoo, Yandex, and other search engines. Next is nagkaroon ng social networking. Okay, the practice of using social networks such as Facebook, LinkedIn to form connection and communicate with others, people or other users online. Nakakausap mo na through the use of social networking. O ano yung mga social networking applications? Ayan, different social network sites. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, ang dami na. O ayan na. With the history of the development of search engines or different social network sites, unang-una yung 6 Degrees, 1977. Anong itsura natin noong 1977? Nag-i-internet na sila. Friendster, 2000. Naku, naabutan ko pa to. May account pa ako ng Friendster. LinkedIn, yes. Tapos MySpace. Sino may MySpace dito? Multiply. Of course, Facebook from 2004. And then after Facebook, meron na sumisikat na yung Google, no? Google Plus. Started 2011. So hindi pa lahat ito, no? 2011 pa lang ito. Meron pang mag-exist na network sites na may introduce, ayan. Kasi nade-develop pa, no? No, ano pa? Microblogging sites. O ano 'yon? Same thing, no? Yung pag sinabing blogging, writing siya, ha? Iba yung blogging na letter V as in victory. Okay? So the best microblogging sites are the ayan in Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter. Ano ba 'to? Ano ba yung bird? Twitter 'yan, di ba? Yung T is Tumblr. Ano tama ba ako? Anyway, basta yan siya. Ay hindi, ano siya? Okay, yun yun. So microblog sites, I don't know kung anong regions of the world na gumagamit ito, but they are using this. May kakilala kong Indian, ano, um, estudyante. Tapos ang most of the time, ang ginagamit niya, hindi Messenger, ang ginagamit niya ay WhatsApp at saka Telegram. Okay? Yun ang gamit nila eh. Sa atin ay most of the instrument or the application that we are using is ano yung sinabi ko kanina? Messenger. Okay. Pero ito, Twitter, social text, Hello, Plurk, ayan, Boysack. Oh. Sir, hindi ko alam yan. Ako din, no? Pero ginagamit yan sa ibang bansa. Next, YouTube, Vio, Vidler. Those are the photo and video sharing sites. Of course, kilala natin yan, YouTube lang. Flickr, Photobucket. Naku, may account pa ako niyan dati. Dailymotion, Metacafe, and Blip TV. Kanya-kanyang introduction yan, eh, no? Like yung Telegram and WhatsApp. Ang tagal na yan. Kailan lang na-introduce sa atin yan. Kasi nga, Iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, iba't ibang bahagi ng ng introductions. What are the three top video sites? Of course, the YouTube, the Facebook video, and the Vimeo. I will try to look and explore this Vimeo, no? Baka maganda-ganda rin ito. So those are the photo and video sharing sites. Next is another photo and video sharing sites. Ito na, Flickr 2004, Vimeo 2004. Yung YouTube ay 2005, Pinterest 2009, Insta 2010, ang tagal na pala. Snapchat, pero kailan lang itong Snapchat, 2020 yata sa atin, pero sa ibang bansa may Snapchat na, no? In States, parang ano na lang ito parang messenger na lang itong Snapchat. Vine, and of course, yung very popular TikTok 2016. So doon na de-develop siya. So the next will be no. After TikTok, meron pa diyang mag-exist na mas popular at mas maganda ang features. Okay? So for the instant messaging and video conferencing, ayan, tulad ng ginagawa ko, ayan, video conferencing ito. Yung online, no, we do the Google Meet, di ba? We do the Zoom. Basically, yung Yahoo Messenger, 1998 pa pala yan, ano? Actually, sa Yahoo Messenger, pwede mag-online class dyan. Okay? Skype, WhatsApp, Viber, WeChat, 2011, Google Meet, Facebook Messenger, Zoom, 2011, Telegram, 2013, and of course, yung pinaka-latest, 2017 Google Meet. Actually, mayroon pang bago ngayon kasi 2017 lang ito. So, with the existence of the most advanced instant messaging and video conferencing application, mag-e-exist yan. Siguro mas madali, mas portable computers, no? Anong kasunod doon sa development ng media? Yung sa laptop, ayan na, no? Portable, yung ating pocket PC, tablet, no? Ayan, year 2000. O, tapos yung mga netbook 2007. Anong gamit yan, no? Internet na rin yan, nakakagawa na rin ng mga ano. Sir, meron pang bago dyan, of course, no? Maluma na nga yung mga netbook na yan. Ano yung mga bago? Mobile phones. Diba? Pero tingnan natin yung development of mobile phones from 1983. Portable phones lang. Ito yung mga landline ito, no? Color display phones. Nag-colored na siya. Isipin nyo, kailan ka nagkaroon? Kailan ako nagkaroon ng colored? College na yata ako nun. Mahal kasi itong mga naunang colored phones eh. Tapos yung phones may camera in the year of 2000. Tapos nag 3G, 4G, no? Tapos nag touchscreen. Galing. Tapos ito na, mga smartphones na. Dapat kayo yung mga cellphone yung smartphones eh. Gamit yan sa school eh. Di ba? Next, wearable technologies. Ayan, yung mga smartwatch, virtual reality, tapos ito yung mga salamin na ito. Tapos, tingnan niyo yung arm mo, nandoon na sa balat niya. Okay? Minsan yung mga barcodes na lang ang nasa balat. Tapos, swiping out. Tapos, ayun na, lumalabas yung kanilang mga accounts. Ano na susunod? Siguro sa mata o kaya ano. Okay? Now, actually, this is the last development. Hindi naman last development, but this is the last based on our lecture, the cloud and the big data. Actually, yung mga hard disk, nagkaroon pa ng yung mga flash drive, ayan, di ba? Lumiit, naging portable, flash drive. Sir, what's flash drive? USB. Tawag natin USB, pero hindi USB tawag doon. Flash drive yun. Dropbox, tapos OneDrive, tapos iCloud, tapos eto na, nagpapasa na tayo ng mga submissions natin sa Google Drive. In-introduce ito noong 2012, noon pa pala. So bakit cloud? Nakasave doon sa ulap, no? Kukunin mo na lang. No, 'di ba? Sir, bakit cloud? Kasi ang lawak-lawak ng ulap. Kahit anong files ang ilagay mo doon, kahit gaano kabigat, makukuha yan, mailalagay mo doon sa cloud. Galing, no? Dati ano lang eh. Kapag flash drive lang, ano lang siya, 256 MB eh. Pero pag sa cloud ay wala, unlimited na. Actually, limited pa rin, pero it can take a bigger data. Okay? So those are the developments in the in in media. Actually, transmission of messages, transmission of information, how messages are received, how messages are interpreted, doon because of the evolution of media. Okay? We are done with the proper lecture. Now we will go to the assessment. Are you ready? Hindi ako nakagawa ng assessment, but ibibigay ko ito intended for our synchronous online class. Okay? So, what now? Thank you for listening. I hope learn did you, how I hope you learned something about the evolutions kahit ano gaano ano paano ito na develop, paano ito na enhance. Okay? Ano yung mga nagamit? Siguro magtataka, meron na pala nito. Alam ko na yan. So that is the discussion or the lecture on the evolution of needs. Okay, watch out for the Google Forms in the yung ating quiz regarding the topic that I discussed here in the video lecture. So the example of your video lecture will be on 3 parts. The warm-up activity, magpalaro o magkwento, tapos merong proper discussion of the topics, tapos yung pangatlo, the assessment. O yung assessment ko, nakahiwalay kasi ano na, ilalagay ko sa Google Forms. Okay? Thank you for listening and mahaba na ito and do your performance task. Thank you.